Oh, God, what? We actually have a glossy OLED monitor to take a look at today. How could this be happening? Is it my birthday? Nope, it's just another monitor from INNOCN. And today we're going to be taking a look at the 15A1F. Now, before you soil yourself, no, it's not a perfect display, and we'll get into that in just a second. But what we're talking about here is a 1920 by 1080 60 Hz 15.6 inch 16 by 9 OLED monitor. And guys, I know it's 1080p, but hear me out. I do think there are a couple of really great use cases for this monitor, and it's why I decided to go ahead and review it. Now, in terms of the stand, yes, it does come with one, and it does get the job done. It has one HDMI and two Type-C ports, and unfortunately, no, it is not VESA mount compatible, as it is more of a portable display. Now, in terms of the price after a coupon over on Amazon, which I will have an affiliate link in the description below, it comes to $310. I do also want to mention thank you to INNOCN for sending over this display, although this will definitely not be affecting how I review it. Now, talking about reviewing, let's get into the color. And thankfully, guys, this will be the first review with full CalMan calibration and measurement. So taking a look here at the color volume, wowie, it's pretty dang good. We're talking 172% roughly BT709 coverage, around 115% DCI-P3, and 77.9% BT2020. So that's actually very, very good and promising results to be seeing so far. But what about the actual accuracy? And unfortunately, out of the box, it's not too great. It does track the sRGB EOTF curve pretty well, but the RGB balance is definitely not so great. Now, fortunately, with the use of an ICC profile, which I created and will have linked in the description below in my Patreon as always, along with white balancing that I did on the display itself, I was able to get some really good results out of this monitor. So if you pick it up, do be sure to go ahead and check out my Patreon to find those results, as it did significantly increase the accuracy of this display. Now, unfortunately, when it comes to HDR, it's not so great, and there's not a lot that I could do to fix it, as they don't give you a lot of fine-tuning options within the display, and I would need more tools to get it 100% accurate in HDR, and I simply don't have the ability to do that right now, and it doesn't even seem to be tracking the EOTF curve real well. So I do highly suggest using this in sRGB mode if you have a choice between the two, as it's going to be far more accurate after my adjustments. But now let's go ahead and take a look at the brightness. And here, for an OLED monitor, it's very good with 426 nits in a 100% window, making it, well, the brightest OLED monitor that I've been able to measure so far. Now, in a 10% window, it's not as impressive, coming in with 421 nits, making it a lot dimmer than some other OLED displays that I've measured. Now, taking a look at the minimum brightness, here it comes in with 0, which means yes, it has an infinite contrast ratio, as you would expect out of OLED. It does not support any overclocking, and in terms of total system latency, this was a massive improvement over their last miniature display that I took a look at, as at just 60 Hz, we got 35.3 milliseconds of total system latency, which is pretty much in line with what you would expect to see out of a monitor at 60 Hz. Now, taking a look at the motion performance, here, unfortunately, 60 Hz is definitely hurting this display. In terms of gaming, I don't know if this is going to be a super great option, because it is going to be a little bit blurry, but if your gaming device is limited to 60 Hz, then it's not necessarily any worse than any other 60 Hz display that you're likely going to have to choose from. Now, in terms of the max power draw, it actually got just 13.8 watts, so it is very efficient. And then let's talk about the finish, which it is a beautiful glossy finish, meaning yes, you're going to be getting the best contrast ratios, the best vibrancy, and the best clarity you can possibly get out of a at least 1080p display. Now, the viewing angles are also excellent because it's OLED, and the uniformity is once again pretty dang good, because OLED is just a great technology overall, and it's only made even better when it has a great glossy finish. But I think this is better used as a secondary monitor to be doing some professional work on or just for entertainment purposes. And if you do use it for that, I think it's absolutely excellent, giving you a far better viewing experience than really any other monitor that I've seen on the market thus far. So I am going to go ahead and recommend this monitor with the caveat of I wouldn't be using it for gaming based on my testing, but for anything else, I do think it is very, very good, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. But INNOCN, I do want to see you guys improve on the frame skipping in the future and potentially make a higher frame rate version if that is possible. Whether you're looking to connect a new console, gaming PC, or just need a fast and reliable HDMI cable to connect over long distances, RuPro has you covered with their certified 8K HDMI 2.1 fiber optic cable, available in sizes of up to 50 feet and can deliver a perfect full 48 gigabits per second connection over distances other cables could only dream of reaching. And with 48 gigabits per second of bandwidth, it can easily drive 8K 60 FPS or 4K 144 FPS 10-bit HDR video through its ultra-thin, flexible, and durable housing, and it even supports ER. So if you're in the market for a cable that can drive a beautiful new TV or monitor, be sure to check out RuPro on Amazon today.